Hey, what's going on, guys? CarMurder15 here with a new episode of Vlog. Sorry that I didn't get a new episode out last weekend. Chris and Ray were up, and we were doing a lot of fun stuff for Game Bros. And I was originally going to record an episode earlier that week, but it just didn't happen. Plus, I've got a lot going on, which I'm going to be talking about in today's episode. So let's go ahead and get right to it, to Game Bros news. Okay, so big announcements. Some of you have already seen this on our Facebook page. WV Reaper 304 is no longer a part of Game Bros. It was nothing personal. He just has a lot on his plate and is not able to come up to record a lot. He's just got a lot of personal stuff going on in his life, and him and I talked about it, and he's just going to step down. So that's where that's at. It's nothing personal. Him and I are still great friends and stuff. So we do have a new cast member on board. However, we are not going to reveal who this is until September. I want to keep this a surprise. And before anybody asks, this was not planned as far as getting this new person on to replace Reaper. It was a matter of me talking to Reaper first and then asking this other person to join if they wanted to. It was not a replacement deal or anything like that. But we have a lot of cool stuff planned for Game Bros, speaking of this, with our new cast member. We've already started recording some episodes with them, and I'm really liking what I'm getting out of this. And thanks to this person, we are actually going to start doing Oculus Rift games, VR games, and we did an episode on this a long time back when we were at Power Up, but it was just shot from a cell phone. We weren't actually getting the video capture footage, but with this we're actually able to get the video footage and all this other stuff, so it's going to be really cool. So be on the lookout for VR games in the future episodes. We're not going to be converting completely to VR as far as what we do here on the channel, just there's going to be more VR games that are going to be shown for Game Bros, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. Our new cast member's been having a lot of fun with it, so I'm really excited to bring some new content as far as games to you guys. Speaking of which, we are going to actually start doing our Halloween specials in the near future. We've actually got up to recorded to September, except for maybe one episode, and it's going to be one offer. I don't know what we're going to do yet. And then we're going to start recording for our Halloween specials. We actually recorded one Halloween special, which is going to air on Halloween Day. You're actually going to be getting 2 episodes of Game Bros that day, and it's something that we've actually never done before, but I wanted to do it as a special 2-parter. That's going to involve myself, Chris, and Ray, and we had a lot of fun with it. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's going to be pretty awesome. As far as what we're going to play for Halloween this year, there's a couple of ideas that we've been tossing around. Binding of Isaac has been one that we've been tossing around. A little short one, Friday the 13th Puzzle Killer has been one that we've been tossing around. I would love to do a special on the actual Friday the 13th, the game, which is the newest version, not the NES one, but the one for Xbox One, PC, PlayStation 4, where you actually go online or play as Jason and have other people running around trying to escape or kill Jason. So that's a maybe. I'm not sure on that one, but for sure Binding of Isaac's going to be on there. And then we're going to be going on to the rest of the year. There's going to be a special episode that's going to be airing in November. I'm not going to say what that is yet because I want to keep that a surprise. But in November, we are going to start doing Mega Man Unlimited. It's a game that you guys voted on a while back, and it's going to be about time to start doing that because I want to do that before the end of this year because I promised that one to you guys, and I want to do it. I've actually played a little bit through it so far. I'm not going to do a complete playthrough of it by myself. We will do a complete playthrough on the channel. But just to kind of keep myself, it's a slight blind playthrough, but I at least wanted to test it out and get the mechanics done with it to see if it functioned properly, and it works great. It functions just like if Capcom would have made this game. So from going from Game Bros news to con news, we've actually started talking to the Who's Line cast, trying to get everything prepped up, because we are a little over a month away from SubasaCon happening, so we need to really buckle down and figure out what we're going to do this year. As far as cons attending wise, there is a chance that I'm going to be attending the Mothman Festival and ShakaCon for a day. It's up in the air right now. Definitely, I was gonna say, definitely Mothman Festival. which is going to go into later news because I'm actually in my advanced TV class again this semester, and I'm wanting to do a story on Mothman Festival because of Fallout 76, because there's a rumor that some representatives from Bethesda are going to be there. It's a rumor right now, but I haven't had anything confirmed yet. I actually want to get a hold of the person that's running Mothman and see if there's any truth to that. But I'm not going to be running anything at Mothman or ShakaCon if I go to either of those, depending. The only thing I'll be running is Who's Line at SubasaCon this year, and then that'll be it for cons this year. So, from going con news to personal news, like I said, I'm sorry that I haven't gotten an episode out last week. Just everything's been really busy. One of those things is Mom actually came home from the hospital this past week. She came home Thursday. And it was really rough trying to get her adjusted and everything, but she's adjusting really well and everything, so it's just going to take some more time, because she's still not at 100% yet. She still has some work to do. There's going to be physical therapy coming down and working with her. But it is good to have her back, and it's great to see her. I mean, she's still not 100% health, but it's great to see her being a lot better than when this whole fiasco first started in June, so... it's still just going to take some time to adjust, but she's doing well, and I'm just really glad to have her home. I've started back to school. I started this past Monday. I'm having a lot of fun with my classes, except for my online math class. It's not that I don't like math, I'm just not a fan of online, especially when it comes to something like math, but it's just something I'm just going to have to do. I mean, I need it to graduate, so it's got to go on there, so... but I started back there. It's great to see everybody back on campus again. There's a few people that I miss that have already graduated, like Joe. I miss seeing him. But it's cool to, like, it's weird because it's like a family reunion in a sense, and it's weird to describe that because you have these friends that you connect with and are hanging out with over the school semester that you can't wait to see, since like everybody lives so far apart. It's kind of like the same way with conventions. You know, you have these friends that you don't get to see that often, and when you do, it's just amazing. It's awesome. But school's going to be not rough, but it's going to take some time this semester, considering I have Advanced TV again, because Advanced TV, I've talked about this before, and actually some of my stories are up here on the channel. We actually go out and do news stories that appear on PBS in West Virginia. Every other Sunday. And we actually go out and do news stories depending on what the topic is of that show. So say, for example, one that we always do during the fall is fairs and festivals. So we go out going to different fairs and festivals, doing interviews, doing news coverage of these festivals, and one of them being Mothman Festival. So that's the one I'm going to try to do this year. But, yeah, the first week was a bit rough, just because Mom coming home, getting back in the swing of things, everything just kind of collided at once, and it wasn't hard, but it was just very tiring, and just, oh man, I was just extremely exhausted by the end of this week, but it is what it is, and you know, you just kind of got to roll with the punches, so hopefully things will kind of get a little easier. Let's see what else is going on. I'm still working on the countdown videos. I've actually got one that is finished as far as audio-wise. I've got to work on one for the script. So hopefully, I want to say the next countdown will be airing sometime in the middle of September is what I'm going to be aiming for. So be on the lookout for that one. And it is going to be top 10 most evil video game characters. I've had this one planned for a very long time. And I'm really proud of how it came out as far as the voices and script came. Literally all I have to do is just get the video clips now and put everything together and edit it. That's all I literally have to do. The one after that, I'm still working on the script, which is going to be top 10 PS1 games. And normally I do a top 10, which actually I might do that one in September and do the evil video game characters in October, where I do it a Halloween-based type countdown in October anyway, if I get one out by that time. So we might switch those around. So the first one might be top 10 PlayStation 1 games. Excuse me. And if that's the case, I need to get working on that script. Speaking of script, there is another project that I've actually got going on right now that I'm working on a script for, but I'm not going to go into details of it yet because I'm still got some people I need to get on board with it. But it's going to be a fun project that I've been wanting to redo for a long time now, and that's your hint. That's your only hint that I'm giving you, is that it's a remake of something. But I'll leave that up till later after like we start getting production of it and stuff. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. Other than that, guys, that about does it. Like I said, life has just been kind of busy and just everything kind of colliding together and stuff. Like I said, it hasn't really been hard. It's just been a little strenuous with everything going on at once, but I'll adjust. So it is what it is. So that about does it, guys. So I'm going to hop off here and try to get some homework done. So this is Murder 15 signing off.